doing, guys? This is a short video. Where have you heard that before? It's basically just to tell you about a new feature which I'm going to be starting in probably 2-3 weeks time. It came about because I was doing a VR video response to Monkey Spaz, and it was 5 facts about you in retro games that nobody gives two shits about. And one of them was the number of sort of famous, if you will, people who are involved in this retro scene of ours, people that I know. Now the reason I know a lot of these guys is because I've been into this hobby for quite a long time, probably longer than most, since probably, I don't know, 1999 or something. So yeah, when you're in, you know, it's quite a small industry and you do get to know people. So yeah, it was, I think it was Jamie mentioned to me, where he made a comment. He says, why don't you interview one of these guys? And it got me thinking. I thought, you know what, that would be an excellent feature to do, something that I would really enjoy doing, and I think it would be something that would be really interesting for everybody else, not just the guys here, I mean in the general YouTube community. So yep, the feature is going to be called Blimey It's Only, and then the person's name. Now I've been thinking about this quite a bit today, and I've got to say, there's quite a few people. I mean, I could probably rhyme off 10 people that I would pretty much, I don't want to sound cocky, but I would pretty much think, yeah, I'm going to be able to talk to these guys, and yeah, including some people you might be quite surprised to hear. I'll say no more. But anyway, yeah, to kick things off, what I'm planning to do is every month I shall tell you what guest I'm going to be getting on, and then I would like you guys to put some questions down below in the comments. I won't, you know, depending on the sort of how many questions I get, I won't be able to use them all. It just depends how many I get, kind of thing. But I'll also come up with one questions as well, and I'll try and pick the ones that I think are most entertaining. Now, because it's going to take quite a bit of planning, I mean, you know, a lot of these guys are very, very busy, so trying to get them on board, you know, I don't want to take up too much of their time. But to kick things off, I'm going to introduce, I'm going to be interviewing a good friend of mine, and he is a good mate. I mean, I've met Paul on numerous occasions. Paul E Moz. Now, that name may not be instantly familiar to you, but Paul, he's been in the retro scene probably about the same time as myself. Paul hails from, now, pardon me Paul if I get this wrong, I'm going to call it Newcastle. It's there or thereabouts. Is it Consett, possibly, Paul, you come from? So I'm going to call Paul a Geordie. He may take offence to that. But I said he's been in retro games for a long, long time. Now, Paul, for any Commodore 64 person, Paul, there was I think Zap was the last issue of Zap, number 52 or 53, I can't remember, but about maybe 4 or 5 years ago, maybe more than that, maybe 10 years ago, a group of enthusiasts got together and they brought out an unofficial Zap issue. I can't remember what number it was, and Paul was actually one of the contributors. He was one of the writers. Paul's been writing for quite a long time. He used to write for Way the Rodent. That's the website that I got to know Paul from. He's been into kind of, you know, writing articles for such a long time. Now he's actually taken this up a step. Excuse me, I've actually got my iPad in front of me. Paul is actually in the process of writing a book, and it's called They Were Our Gods, and it's, well, just to very quickly read what he's saying here. It's a celebration of British computer gaming in the 80s, focusing on the personalities in their games rather than the business. Now, there's been a lot of kind of books and videos and that kind of stuff. I mean, obviously, most notably, Bedrooms to Billions. But people, it's always been around about the business, where Paul is going to specifically be interviewing individuals and their games. It's going to get over the personality. You know, and I know Paul, he's been working on this book for, I would say, probably 2 years. I'm not quite sure when he's planning to release the book. I keep putting it on my Christmas list, and every year he keeps disappointing me, but I'm sure Paul, that's one of the questions I'll be asking Paul, when his book is going to be coming out. So anyway guys, please leave any comments, any questions that you want me to ask Paul. I'm going to pop his Facebook link to They Were Our Gods. I know Paul's been doing, I mean, I'm also going to be looking for some tips because he's been interviewing a lot of really famous game designers, and I for one can't wait to get his book. So please put all your questions down below, guys. I'm going to let this run for, you know, probably a week. What I would intend to do is, well, in fact I'm going to let this video run for as long as, you know, it takes to get questions. But I probably intend to try and interview Paul towards the end of February, and depending on how it goes, it's probably going to be kind of once a month I'm going to be doing this. So anyway, guys, please pop your questions down below. I hope you're as excited about this as I am. Like I say, there's a lot of really good people that I'm intending to get onto this, and sort of including a few surprises as well. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. Please put your questions that you want me to ask Paul, and I shall endeavour to do so. So anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching.